Chuck Jenkins, and he is upset and not happy with the direction this country is moving in, and he will talk about taking America back. Citizen, proud American, Chuck Jenkins.
Good morning. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Isn't the right to assemble great? Isn't it great? Let's keep that right. This is the 233rd anniversary of the Declaration of Independence that Thomas just read there a few minutes ago, of the greatest nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. I was watching the fireworks a couple nights ago out in Walkersville, and I thought back to 1976, 33 years ago, and how great we felt as a nation on the 200th anniversary, and where we're at now. What a big difference. What a huge difference. First of all, I'd like to take a minute today to recognize the veterans in this crowd. If you're a veteran, take off your hat. Raise your hand. Thank you for your service. Thank you to those who served, who are currently serving across the world, and those who will serve from now forward. This rally is about taking America back from the ground up, giving it back to the hard-working Americans, and protecting the foundation of the Constitution and the Declaration, and protecting the sovereignty of this country. This movement does start here today. It is a humble privilege to serve as your sheriff, but again, I'm not here talking as your sheriff this morning. I'm here as an American citizen, grew up in this town, not too far from this spot. I'm also a willing citizen I want to help start this movement. I want to keep it going. The message today is simply this: we are not going to stand by and accept what this president, this administration, and our so-called leaders in Washington are doing. What is going on 50 miles away is intolerable. We are not going to simply sit back and let Washington lead us to crippling tax burden for these young people right here, the destruction of the Constitution, and finally, what I believe we're headed toward is probable financial collapse and eventual downfall of this country. We're not going to tolerate that any longer. This is not about Republican versus Democrat. It's not about race or gender. It's not about social class. It is about our rights as taxpayers and citizens. The current policies demonstrated by this president defy the principles of free enterprise, America's capitalism, free market forces, which have been proven over time, over 200 years, to be the essential ingredients of liberty and prosperity for both the nation and you yourselves. The actions of this president have already taken us very close to the threshold of what I believe is a socialist form of government, controlled simply by his decree, his executive order, not governed by the Constitution or the power of the people. I think that our constitutional rights are being eroded, and our foundation of a free nation is collapsing by the actions, again, 50 miles away in our backyard. Our Constitution was based on the principles of good moral values, a belief in God, the rule of law, and a strong work ethic. That's what built us the way we are. And Mr. Jefferson, correct me if I'm wrong, but we, the people, define the meaning of the Constitution. Government and those elected represent the people and serve the people at the pleasure and authority of the people. Let me just go down a little list of what's happened since late 2008 and since this president has come into office. You got a few minutes?
Yeah. Don't have enough time.
The beginning of redistribution of your wealth. Your earned wealth. Government deciding who will get what you work for. Practices, taxes, and burdens that will destroy corporate America, small businesses. How many people are small business people in this crowd?